Hello everyone, nice to see you here. I hope you are doing great on your end. This is the final of the Factorio Speedgo Championship between Lukas Podpera and Mateusz Surma. Both players are already here and they seem quite ready. And I'm really looking forward to this. So who's your favorite? I see that Strategic Games is saying that he's rooting for Lukas because his name is fun to say. Interesting. Of course, it will be a hard-fought match. It will start in 4 minutes. Just let me know if you hear me fine, please. And meanwhile, let's check some stuff as usual at the start. So, let's start with Mateusz. So his rating, quite enormous, would be like 8 dan if he wasn't professional. Win rate, amazing. Also, here it says he's 3P, but I think that after the European Grand Prix final, he was promoted to 4P, so that's why he's 4P now. Compared to Lukan, I think his goal is to reach also this 2750, but it's quite a tall feat still, so he's like 30 points behind Mateusz. Also quite incredible win rate. And if we check, maybe let's check the opponents first. So what is the score between those two? So Surma is on the last page, maybe, yeah. Okay, so Lukan is losing 10-18, or you could say Mateusz is winning 18-10. I'm a little surprised by this because I thought Lukan is doing quite a little better against Mateusz. This is like 30% win rate about. But we can check the most recent games also, if we filter by opponent and date. And let's check. So, okay, 2025, they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So this is this, and it's 3-3 in the previous year. So it seems like a very, very even matchup. Also, we have to say that Lukan is like defending champion because he won the experimental version of this tournament last year. And this year he won all of the matches 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, so he's really experienced in the last game. Whereas Mateusz won everything like 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, as you could see in the trailer. Alright, let's go back to this view. And I think maybe the guys could have already created the game beforehand. So let me check if I can find it. Yes, so we can already open the correct game and review this game. All right. And yeah, it's gonna start any moment. For now the robot is sleeping, but the AI board will wake up also. And yeah, I want to make a shout out to the European Go Federation that allowed us for this tournament to happen on their channel. We received really great help from Milena, who did so much things for us, so big thanks. If you would like to reward them and subscribe to their channel, I think that would be nice. But yeah, no need. And yeah, let's remove the robot. And the game started, and we even, by luck, the colors are correct. Mateusz is black in this game, and Lukan is white. Yeah, Milena, I'm sure will do the prediction in a second. And yeah, we can just enjoy. So, also, maybe I can enable the sound of the stones. If they are too noisy, you can tell me. And yeah, so far quite calm beginning. I am not sure what we can expect as far as trick plays go from these players. I'm pretty sure Lukan will just play his like solid style that we can already see Kosumi a two-space extension. Mateusz, I think, is a little bit a wilder card, so he could experiment a bit. But since even Stanislav, who I thought was going to be the biggest trickster, didn't do anything like super out of the box, I would say even Mateusz is probably going to remain calm and try to play a comfortable game. Thank you, Milena, for the predictions. And yeah, this Joseki. So also I could analyze this, right? But maybe I am already.
Game resumed.
Yes. Okay, and they chose the very peaceful variation. So far there is not much to say. Last year, who was the opponent to Lukas in the final? If I recall correctly, it was Ali Jabarin. And was it also 3-2 the final? I think so. Also, you know, till we reached the final stage, there was not a 3-0, but the last stream that Valerii held, the fight for the third place, was actually 3-0 for Andrii Kravets. So let's hope it's not gonna repeat itself today and we will also get 5 games. Okay, so pincer. I guess here, this is interesting. Like, if you are white, I would be very tempted to pressure like this, because then black is very low, right? But black would for sure cut. So the alternative I wanted to offer is, yeah, indeed to just jump this way, because even if black plays here, it still stays like very low, and it simplifies the game. I think Lukan never wants to play this variation. I would bet a lot of money that we will not see this variation in this final. And that's indeed what's happening. Played here, kicked, and played Kosumi. I think it's one of the options, or maybe it's even the best option. I thought some case you can play like here and kind of squeeze it, but I assume this bottom side is not really interesting, so this makes more sense. Yeah, in he jumps, and yeah, like I'm checking AI, but I would also make this exchange and just make white thicker. And then I'm a student of Pal Balog a little bit, and I know he would probably play here and pressure. I wonder if you can think about some kind of invasion here. I think you could. Or here even, but maybe this is too soft. Or you can just chill. Oh, but Lukan shows the Pal spirit. How much money are we talking about? How much money would I bet on the fact that variation is not gonna appear? Like, I would bet like 200 euros. I think I would bet. But I don't know if it's a lot or not a lot. And like, I think the easiest thing to do as black would be just to push. And just like crawl, but it's a little painful. Like, it's very low and white settled quite fine, but it would be about even, I think. Maybe you can fight, but since white is so sick here, like, not sick, thick, I'm sorry. I would be afraid as black to go for something like this. And as we see, AI wants to play just here. I guess it makes sense, because in theory this exchange could be bad, like blocking this side a little bit. And yeah. But Mateusz chooses the variation I was showing. It's quite simple, but I guess you are not very happy with this. Oh, he pushed again. Is it better? And then, I mean, you cannot possibly play like this, no? It's too good for white to connect here, I would say. So probably here. It's better with the... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Black will connect in some way. And white... The big question is if white gets center. Like, if you play here, can you manage this kind of things? Because adding a move here now would... To me, it feels quite slow, even though it's like Honte. I would be very tempted to play Tenuki. But I guess it... I'm not sure. I think this is going to be the variation. Oh, Lukan played it straight away even. Why? So I guess he was really worried about this. Like if he extends that he won't manage this fight. Like something like this, I guess. And here he's dying, and maybe with the Peep and Hane this survives. I think this was the idea. So he just chose to like save time. But suddenly, suddenly this move kind of explains this move, right? I think Black didn't jump because he planned to do something here, or he was bluffing and the bluff passed. Hello Ben, nice to see you. Hello Ali. Well, he's the defending champion, so I think he's not breaking the curse in this case. And yes, Milena was saying the next big event is the European Pro Championship held in Bucharest. I will also talk about a fun activity to do during the tournament, during the break. But yeah, so far... Like, it's very hard to evaluate. Like, AI wants to play here, and I would also have the tendency to play this one, because later this shape, it's collapsing a little bit. And if you don't play it immediately, I'm surprised that Lukan didn't extend here like now. I would have probably done that. And then you never get it, the Hane as black. So I guess it's the only chance to play. And even though it's Gote, it's bigger than this, so yeah. I mean, pincering is also fine. I would but yeah. I would start from this one, really. Are we afraid of Tenuki, in a way? Like, even if Black Tenuki, he's not like gonna harm any of our groups, right? I mean, these two guys can handle it quite well, even if we Tenuki again, so I think it would be 100% Sente and a good exchange. Okay, so in the game, white pincered and black played here. Okay. And white just answers. Saving time. Lukan is saving time and playing the simple moves. Like, I would be tempted to do something like this, you know? Because if I get to attack this stone and later I get a stone around here and start looking to this invasion. But in theory, I think black could even Tenuki this 3 and just not care about it. But I'm not... I wouldn't be so afraid about this group. But I guess, like, make your life easier. Black protects this. Alright, it makes sense. And white attaches. Yeah, I think you can consider this move, but is it really advantageous? Like, now, so this is going to happen. And isn't this basically like if you played here, he would play this one, and then you exchange this for this and this for this? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, in some case, this can be like minus exchange because of stuff happening on the other side, and this stone could help. But I guess, yeah. Okay, well. Maybe I was right, but Lukan's plan was completely different. He cross-cut here. This is crazy. What? Ponuki? Let's look at his face. He looks strict and untempered. Interesting. Like, I think when you are a strong player, like them, if you read the variation with a Ponuki like this, you have to question it. Like, is the corner really worth it? And how is the Aji in the corner? It's an interesting choice. And I wonder, so you are telling me if I just play like this, it's too soft. It's too big, this corner? If I estimate it, yeah, it's like black +3, so it loses something like 2. Maybe jumping here now and not touching the corner would be best. Like, why kill the Aji? You don't especially care about this, right? It's Gotes, so maybe just leave it alone. Or you can go for this one, but like, what is the plan? Underconnecting like this? Is it even worth the move? It really diminishes the strength of the Ponuki if you do this. No, I wanted to say that when you are a strong player, you should question this kind of variation. And then I'm surprised that Lukan, despite considering, like, he must have felt it's probably weird, he still picked it. Yeah, and they are going for this variation I was showing. But isn't there going to be some kind of squeeze here? Well, I'm not the best at, like, Tesujis, but this looks squeezed, no? So it's not even like that much that you stole and you lost Sente and this Ponuki got smaller. But of course in this time setting it's difficult to make the assessment, and Lukan Ataris, so he wants to push for even more. Looks a bit like gambling. So strategy game is saying he would die in the corner. I think here it's quite easy to live, since this underconnection, basically white has to protect. I mean, and it allows you to underconnect. That was the whole idea. So you don't just make twice, but you secure the underconnection and you are good. But so let's check the time situation, because Mateusz has less than 30 seconds and Lukan has still 3 minutes. So this black move is attempting to not collapse, so that his shape doesn't collapse here. To me it looks like good move. And now if if white disconnects, you know, you can play here. And I guess, oh, maybe this is better. And since this descent is still Sente, I mean, I don't want to solve the Carpenter square on the stream, but I would say this could be alive. Because it basically, you play, or he could just play here and it's also alive with the descent, but I think even with this one should live now, if you have T16. But let's see if they prove me wrong. But overall, yeah, black is somehow this variation still led to, oh, or this one, to black leading by 2 points. So nothing crazy changed by this corner. Okay. And I'm just thinking, what are we achieving with taking here? Okay, black will connect, but okay, I guess this was too painful to allow, so that's why white is protecting it in this manner, and it's slowly preparing the attack on these two stones. So probably white will just push. This feels natural. And it's like if you take care of these guys, you are losing on the left side. And if you play on the left side, then it's gonna be quite tough for you. So I would assume Lukan plays this one, but he's actually stricter. And maybe he's saying like, anyway, I have time to play here. And if I force you to, move like a snake, like this, there will be like some problems later. And so if black just plays softly and now plays here, probably white thinks that this was a good exchange for him compared to black just jumping. And that can be true, I think. So nice idea by white. But now how to tackle this top left shape? I think it could be easy to lose many points as white if you don't play ideally. Like, even just this, could be too soft. Like, maybe it's better to keep the agi rather than play it immediately. Possibly. Yeah, and Lukan is going to exploit the agi. And black just blocks from this side, so I think nothing too bad is gonna happen if black blocked from c11. I think had he played here, this would have a quite high potential to go south for one of them, if white really tries to exploit this agi, but he chills. And now wants to make black over-concentrated, but Mateusz says, no, I will not just defend next to my little stick, I will cut. But then we just give it, no? Doesn't this look good? Like, or you just play here and then there is nothing? There can be some bad shape here also. Now it's getting quite interesting. I mean, overall this game, we see very new kind of variations, so it's fun. Wow. Black tries to strike the vital point. I guess if you would push, black just extends, right? Is the plan. So you have to play what? Play Tenuki and gain time. So AI wants to push here, but what do we answer? 2-2. Yeah. You see, I mean, if you play this Hane, then all of this is sent, so this is the kind of shape problem I was talking about that Lukan is aiming for. But he's kind of delaying. Okay, he played it without the Hane, just simply like this. It's possible that the Hane was not working, that black wouldn't answer it, it would be too greedy. So probably that's why this order, and then white just connects. Okay, let's check. And now the question is, what can black accomplish? Can you cut here? Wow, this game. Hane? Yeah, maybe. But this block looks huge, but it's Gote, right? I mean, if you play here and Black plays elsewhere, there is nothing much. Kapitan Matsu asked if this year there is the next Pro Quali. So maybe somebody from the EGF can answer. I haven't heard of any Pro qualification so far personally. And I think also usually it's once every 2 years, right? So I would expect next year probably. So Black kind of managed to take care of his group, but he lost some points on the left. But White's shape is quite thin. So overall, quite even result. And Mateusz is keeping his lead of 5 points. Dusty Baduk, if you are at a Go Club and you say you can't watch, you should like watch all together, no? Actually, imagine the world, how the world would be a better place if like you go to a pub and instead of watching ice hockey, there would be like Go broadcast. We were actually doing that in our Go Club is in a pub, and once a month we had like a King of the Hill match that was played upstairs, and we were streaming it downstairs in front of the whole pub. So not so many people actually knew Go, so they were asking a lot of questions, but it was working fine. And yeah, earlier I said this wasn't working, but the clamp that Lukan played is quite nice endgame. Also, we have to check if this group is not in danger of dying. It seems like it little bit is. But just a little. I think probably it's alive locally, but I wouldn't bet on this. Yeah, probably it's alive locally and Black can play Tanuki. I mean, the variation to check is like if Black plays Tanuki and we play here, and then this happens. So you can take the stone, but then this is Sente, and then there is like this. So I think because of this technique it's alive, but we'll see what happens. Okay, Mateusz is cutting and cutting, but now this Atari is very painful because it breaks the shape for later on. And yeah, okay, so White will just give these 2 stones. And so perhaps that's why AI wanted to Tanuki. We can actually check if, for instance, in the AI, if you play here and I connect and you play Tanuki, could I kill you? Just like this. Okay, my variation was way too complicated. So it seemed like Black was not in such a big danger. And overall, this sequence evened the game quite a bit. Because we can see that the gain for White on the bottom side is quite big. Also, basically this whole sequence ended up in Sente for White. He was able to play this nice Keima. So perhaps playing Tanuki instead of taking these 2 would have been better. But Mateusz is still battling with less than 10 seconds for like, I think past 5 to 10 minutes. So, But Lukan also under time pressure now with less than 20 seconds left. So once this settles, what are the big moves? Like I would say some jump around here is quite big. Also because if White plays first, then this attachment is a little annoying maybe. Then this attachment also looks a little annoying, I would say. Right? Like if you manage to press it down in this way. Not sure which of these two is bigger. But we see Mateusz play this crazy Hane. So even if white plays here, he's just alive, right? But yeah, it would be quite like submissive. Then black gets all of the points and the Hane in center. So Mateusz is like, no, no, no. I will play the Hane directly. But then there is the ko. This Kotred, I would say, loses some points, but not too much. Yeah, Ben agrees that starting the ko was quite sus. Like, the question is, what do you... I mean, I mean, the ko makes sense just if you win it, I guess. And since white is playing these, black is playing these minuses, and now this one is brutal, no? This one for this one, it must be quite a painful minus. You know, like this is getting bigger. Of course, there is like Aji, but you know, oh, really? I mean, I guess it makes sense because if black takes, white could even perhaps jump. But then he could die. And it would be real ko. Yeah, these ko and blitzes can get quite messy. But I like that black jumped here. And now, okay, but it didn't lead too far. Yeah, if you can't block. But yeah, he will block. He will play that cost, right? Yeah, I guess some of the moves are also time tesujis, so we shouldn't speculate too much. And slowly, by playing after taking here, white played this Atari, which basically means that if black takes, white can also underconnect here. So it's another way to save the group, basically. So it means that now if black takes, white can just tenuki, right? Because if you play, I mean this, I just underconnect, and if you disconnect, then I live. So quite resourceful move, this one. Don't do such shapes at home, kids, yeah. And and the empty triangle is quite a popular move in this tournament. Can you even... Isn't this some kind of ladder? Oh, I mean... You know, this kind of... Yeah, but not really. Because he can take later. So not so simply, at least. But okay, black plays here. And the game is getting better and better for white, but let's not forget about these guys. They are slowly getting surrounded. Black is patiently cutting them, so white has to be on his toes also. But this kind of attachment is very difficult to answer. Okay. I mean, extend, right? Lot of power triangles. Yeah, this is the triple power triangle combination. Yeah, white attempted to play shape. Maybe it was too soft. And if you close, can white get actually out? I would say so, no? Because like this kind of move looks like Miai between taking these, but maybe not the... barely holding. It's not easy in 10 seconds to solve this. So let's just watch, I guess, what they do. K5 instead of N4 would have been simple, no? K5 instead of N4. N3. You mean instead of this, if play here, But I'm not sure. I mean, this group is kind of dying slowly. There is still the cut. I don't think this is so clear. Like, attaching here first and asking, Mateusz, how are you gonna answer me? Sounds good in theory. The only problem was that Mateusz didn't dare to, or I mean, didn't care about answering. But I wouldn't call this move bad, but now something went wrong for white, it seemed. Because AI says it got even again. And Lukan is biting his lips, so seems a bit nervous. Because yeah, these guys, they got away. This other power empty triangle also hard to catch. And then, like, you have one eye here as white. Well, this is gonna be... If this attachment works... I mean, what... So they start this ko, then Mateusz with the ko threads play this, then they leave the ko and first empty triangle block, second empty triangle, he's just going like... And it was quite hard to handle, so well played by Mateusz. And now... White can attach? He got Surma'd hard. Bluff ko and boom, double empty triangle. Ah yeah, it's true, Milena, thank you. Lukas always loses the first game somehow. And he explained it in an interview that it takes time for him to get in the right mood. But here it looks like somehow the shape collapsed for black because this extension like cuts off many stones, and if you block here, this is also a problem, kind of. No, but you can just play this, right? And then this, and then this is captured. So many problems for black to solve. So black chose to not to divide, just connect, but white underconnect. And now black has to live somehow here. So this empty triangle fights back. And this was quite optimistic move. Oh, Lukan is just sacrificing? He doesn't care? He's like, but he gained so many points on the bottom side, right? This died now. This, yeah, I guess it's fine to just sacrifice, maybe. It's also not so little. Did he have to sacrifice? Like, you play here. But this cut, it goes quite fast. Make it small, and Lukan is leading by 20. So now come back to the ko. You played elsewhere for a while. No, he just underconnects. This is Lukan. Is like, this game is done, I think. So, what hope can black have now? Because it feels like, you know, sometimes when AI says you are leading by 20, it's because it sees something you don't, perhaps. Or white would have to play something optimally for it to be plus 20. But is it the case? Like, even if white loses this ko, like, there is nothing to mess up, kind of. Yeah, and Milena counted, it's clean 20 points. So this will be very hard endgame for black to even, you know, I think now it's like 99.99 for Lukan. To even move the probability to win a little bit lower would need some kind of magic. We can check in the AI board. So what went wrong during the fight? So you can see it in the miniature. Oops, I went too far. So first of all here, white was doing very good, right? Now just this? And if I take? This will be too complicated. Okay, let's not... Okay, so but it seems that kind of... This was the problem. And this is key for living, so it really deep variation somehow. But okay, let's say this happened and black was looking quite happy. But how to answer here? So just peep. Let's say we answer. Ah, just like this. And if you disconnect, I can just take. And it's underconnected. And so we were saying, like there is an eye here. But probably... And it's like gote. What is this? I will just... Even if I just answer here. Yeah, it's just dead. So that's why that point, which we saw earlier, was so key. Like, you know, playing in this area. So Mateusz's attack actually was kind of working. He would have killed him. Hello to Flashback also. Okay. Ben is being funny in the chat. But come on, Milena. Milena, actually, how strong are you? You are 4 dan or 3 dan? So I think if 3 dan says plus 20, it adds credibility. Flashback is Jan Šimara. The Czech professional player. Also known as Boom or Pisa is his quite common nickname. And yeah, so we didn't really pay attention to the end game since we were checking those variations. They are playing the co Mateusz started a long time ago, but the score is not changing. Here, what you have to appreciate is that Lukan knew right away, because he had like few seconds left, right? He didn't try to live with this stone, he just knew he was ahead by 20, immediately discarded. Yeah, Jan Šimara was very famous on KGS, Kiseido Go server at the time, and he always wanted to play against the best, but sometimes his rank would drop below, to a lower rank a bit, so he would create a new account to challenge again. So he had many nicknames like Boom, Grande, I remember, Brutalus. We were watching his games, it was quite fun. Fun time when we were all playing on KGS. Lukan wins, so that's terrible sign. Terrible sign for whom? For the match, that it will be short, or meaning that he will lose the final game this time? Yeah, KGS is still around. Somebody also did like Shin KGS, maybe shin.kgs.com. It's like a client version of it. I'm not sure if it's official, but it's quite useful, because the application on Android they did was not worth the money, and it wasn't very expensive. So, but that Shin is working quite well. And I heard that maybe after like 20 years or maybe 10 years, they are redesigning it a little. Like they added AI 2 years back about on KGS, and I think Lukan told me recently that they are trying to improve the server again. So they could introduce like Fisher time, make it not lag so much, and then I think maybe players would return. Also, all of the tournaments are broadcasted on Online Go, not just because it's like simple and easy, you have the announcements, that's great, but also you can share the game via your URL link, right? It's very strong. And you can't do this on KGS, so... Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't think the guys who made KGS, and we should be really, like, I spent so many hours there. I'm very grateful for the guys that did it, but I don't think they ever made much money from it. So they didn't really spend too much time improving it. But it's a pity, because at the time all of the English-speaking world was playing there, all of the tournaments used to be there. And the room system is very nice, I think. Yeah, it's very nostalgic, KGS. And even these top European players like Ben and Ali, Cheater, Palko, sometimes when you are in luck and you log into KGS, they are still battling it there. Freda. So I hope you guys stay there. So we can watch. Yeah, they used to have April Fool's Days. Yes, you log in and all of the board is pink. I remember. So, yeah, one time Nick and Toby's writing everybody was 9 dan. Yeah, that was cool. Well, anyway, so this game somehow is reaching its conclusion. Lukan climbing back with time. He has 2 minutes and 30, so he's not gonna lose on time for sure. And Mateusz has less than 20 seconds. And yeah, the game has been decided in the middle fight. But, like, what a game! It was not boring at all. Starting from Mateusz quite... Like, Lukan first gives Ponuki, then Mateusz immediately invades the corner, then the Ko, then the empty triangle battle. Alright, so I think I will just go make some tea. So I'll be back in a minute, since there is not much going on. And I have some things to talk about during the break, so I don't want to take the break at that time. So be right back. Right, I'm back. Okay, I see people are creating KGS accounts since we talked about it. But you could be also like, subscribe to European Go Federation, create on online Go an account, download Factorio. KGS is not so the server we want to promote with this event. But of course it's fine. Just joking. Yeah, so the game is not really changing too much. Factorio is fun, you should play it. That's right, Ranchani. So the game is slowly finishing. And so how are the predictions actually? Did most people bet on Mateusz or Lukan? Can I check somehow? So yeah, white wants to force black to connect here, so he loses a point. That's why he plays this Atari. Oh, Ali has a question. Go ahead. Why does Mateusz play this game out to the end? Well, I am not sure myself, but I would say he knows he's losing and he knows he has no chance. So maybe he wants to get into the rhythm, kind of. Or maybe he thinks he has more energy than Lukan. So he wants to tire him, thinking that if you play, like, if they play for 3 hours, he has higher chance than if they play for 2:30. Or maybe it's for you guys, so that you can enjoy. Or maybe he just loves finishing the game, likes how it looks. I was actually thinking that, you know, you have like Displayed, right? It's this company that makes like pictures you can put on your wall via magnetic things. It's quite nice. It would be nice if you could put like Go games on your wall, like basically as pictures. Instead of a picture, you play this game you finish, for example this one, you frame it, boom, put on the wall, and you have like, because I think it's looking very pretty, the QR codes we are creating. It's my plan to do that at a point. Well, anyway, yeah, so the game is finished, and indeed Lukan won. GG. So wait a second. Who won? Oh, no, what are you doing, Lukan? Oh. Alright, Lukan won. So let's update the score. Well, now you have to hope that Mateusz wins at least one game, and that I didn't prepare the second one for nothing. And the guys say they will play the next game in 5 minutes. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about during this break. So let me share my whole screen. Also, you can see the graph here. So, yeah. No blunders. Not sure about that. Yeah. So now it will be like 1 minute and 1 second faster, so it will be 4 minutes and 7 seconds, I think. So yeah, for those who don't know Factorio, this is like the Factorio Space Age, like basically update or Factorio 2. trailer. So I just wanted to show you, for those of you who don't know what it looks like, you are really optimizing, you know, the distribution of resources and building effectively. I hope I don't get banned for this, so like because of the rights, but basically now you also like colonize other planets in this expansion. It looks pretty neat, and it's like, you know, it takes time to build a factory like this, but everything is optimized so you can build like really quickly. So this is what Michal Kovařík has been working on, and the game that is, or he is sponsoring it, this tournament, not Factorio directly, like, but yeah, Factorio is this part of his life. So yeah, so I wanted to show Factorio. Second thing I wanted to show, Czechia colonizing space, Ben, a nice one, that I discovered this documentary, How to Programmers Build the Most Complex Automation Game, by Pixel to Publish, is the YouTube channel. It's actually quite interesting YouTube channel. It has only 4 videos so far, but they are about like popular games. And this, if you are interested in the story of Michal and the team, then this 25-minute video I really recommend. I watched it, I didn't know about it, like kind of randomly it popped up. And it's really nice also, so I wanted to recommend that. Yeah, so basically that's what I wanted to show. Maybe we can go, since we have 2 minutes, we can go a little further. So, you know, Michal Kovařík, he's like now sponsoring a lot of events in Czechia and like tournaments, etc. But he's also like developing, like trying to make Tsumego Hero, a nice site for solving Tsumegos. I think they are not quite ready yet. They are like they're refactoring it, and Lukas Podpera is actually grading all of the problems again, so that the rating, the difficulty of the problems is more accurate, etc. But he also developed something else I wanted to show you. But it's you know, it's in its beta. Just for the idea, it's not officially released yet, but they have this Go rating. And basically, it's this site where you have like friendly rating that's calculated when you play against somebody in the pub. You can upload it in this website, and it will track your like friendly games rating. And it's quite nice because you can also, like you see here, home, last friendly games, you see Michal is the main user of the site so far, but you can also upload the SGF and it will be stored. And it basically takes the European rating, and even if you play a tournament, it will reflect here, but the games you play in the Go Club, etc. also change your rating. So if you check, for example, Michal, now his rating is like 55, so he would be already, what is it, 3 dan, right? In friendly rating. So this is an idea they are developing. If you want to try it out, you have to ask somebody like me to give you access. So it's not like fully out yet. And basically you play, and the player who loses will write it down, because the winner cannot do anything, but the loser can say like, I played with Michal and I lost. So this is way it's a bit enforced that nobody is cheating. But alright, I guess. So yeah, so Michal is really spending a lot of time trying to make Go a better place. So for us, oops, sorry, I have to hide that. So now the colors will be switched. And let me find the game really quickly, because they will start any minute, right? So I check Lukan, yep, poof, poof, poof. Oh, they just played the first move. So let's review this game. Let me check if everything is okay. Lukan is black, Mateusz is white. You hear me, you see me. We are all good. Aside from being a fun game, Factorio has the best UX design of any software I know. It's a source of inspiration in my work. Cool. Kent free. If there only were no gleba, says Ranchani. My father has been stuck on gleba the last year. I think I said it here many times. Alright, so let's check the game. What is this Joseki? Lukan is black. Aha, so because white approach quite far, like Goseigen used to say you should approach in this way. I guess makes sense, since white is strong here, didn't want to get pincered. Black just simple, push. And here, and basically it's the same as if white would play this one. This one. Yeah, right, like this. Actually, if I remember though, this white move is slight mistake in Katago and white should block, because this cut is not really working. So it's a little suboptimal for black, but it will for sure be like even game, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, this push is big. White goes back to the corner. And maybe we can see something funny now. They choose the old, or Lukan chooses the old Japanese variation, playing very calm. And Mateusz is thinking, so what could he be thinking about? Could he be thinking about attaching here? Is this a... Wow, Keima. So black plays here, right? And usually white attaches, but I think this is like slightly inferior nowadays. But yeah, very slightly. Oh, cut? Katago wants to... Yes, I remember. So the old Joseki is like this, but this is considered, I think, just 1 point for black. I thought it was more. And I remember I saw Katago just wanted to play like this and didn't care that you get pushed low, you are alive and you can tenuki quite fast. But so they played the classic, and okay, I thought it was a bit worse for white than it actually is. So good for Mateusz then. And after white jumps, and why is Mateusz spending time here? Like what is he the power triangle again? No, I don't think so. Something like this is not working. So what? Like tenuki? Like here? Puff. Or this? No, probably he was considering. But he spent like 30 seconds on this move. It can hurt. This is the type of position where Mateusz comes up with the weirdest ideas. Well, I trust your word. I haven't played with Mateusz so many games, so I wouldn't know. Whoa, and the AI move now is just to play like poof. Safe. I don't think I would ever be able to play this one. Like yeah. I don't think I would cut my hand if I ever play this. Well, it looks like so ineffective, right? But I guess the position is so thin and black actually is like super strong, right? Like here and here. So that's why AI respects it. But man. Okay, white just builds and black enters. But it's a bit strange. Black is actually not invading, no? Because like invading top left is just points. But this is actually really attacking these 2 and these 4. So, like, even though I didn't really like this one, and I would kind of help it in a different manner, I would definitely try to play in this area. But yeah, I guess Lukan just takes points, and actually Mateusz chooses a variation in which he is Gote, and Lukan doesn't care. So I guess black is not feeling confident about the attack, or maybe he's like, if I play here I can mess it up, so I just play calm. If he adds a move, it's anyway even game. I get to build other stuff and I don't get to risk by attacking, is the idea, maybe. As we see Lukan take a sip of water. But like, raise your hands, who would invade now? Okay, I see 50 raised hands at least. Lukan will obviously N2. No, I don't think so. Not even Lukan would play this one. It's too... I would bet something that Lukan is not going... But yeah, maybe the game will develop in a way it will make sense. But at this point, I don't think this, even for Lukan, would be too much. And we see the same technique as White employed here, used by Lukan. Wow, but a cool move by Mateusz. What does this mean? Like trying to, you know, make a Mia, I crush you here or I crush you on the other side. But does it work? AI would just capture and say whatever, and Lukan finds the move. Let's bet the Pilsner. Okay, I'm for it then. And then, wow, this AI, yeah, this looks hard to play. I guess this is going to be the next move, right? And something like this, maybe? Can White be satisfied? He'll be gote. And then we will see. This is what I expect. This one, it's like, what does it mean? Oh, really? But you can just take, no? And who cares about this stone? Isn't it a big loss? Wait, sorry. Ah, like this? I'm just trying to understand what is the problem with this one. Like this? This is a problem for black? Really? Like maybe this cut, can you... Oof, I mean, because I would say like something like this is better not to exchange the Atari, but I am not sure. Yeah, so Ben says that's the problem, that the shape is ugly. Yeah, I guess maybe that was the reason then. Like you play like this and then this cut is really a problem, maybe. I'm not sure if even this works. But probably you can... It doesn't really work. Well, anyway, we get the feeling that there something was smelling a bit there, so... And somehow nobody massaged the group for a long time. Okay, so I guess this is like friendly result. They can shake their hands and be ready to make a deal again, because black solved this one, got the corner, white reduced, and black has center. Overall, it seems kind of fair. No, Lukan! I want to win my beer. And I'm afraid that Mateusz will protect now somehow. And we will never know. Come on, play elsewhere. Like, I don't like this move too much, kind of, because it's playing from... Like, these stones are not so important, and this is so strong. I really would like to attack, but... I mean, Lukan is in the final of this tournament. Who am I to criticize anything? He's also taking time into consideration, so just making his life simple. And I even wonder, you know, if, for example, this is not like better. This looks nice, though. I don't want to play from these three stones, kind of. Not sure what they've done to me. Mateusz defends. And, well... On one hand, you know, I was criticizing this, but when you see your opponent struggle to protect this area because the shape is so weird, that's why AI plays this one, Mateusz plays this, but you cannot really be unsatisfied as black if white plays this kind of slow move. So, yeah. And black is attacking these three, but Mateusz tenukis, and I think that's great. Because these three are really not the topic of this game. If white can somehow use them to sacrifice and settle on the right side, that would be great for white. So that's what he's trying. Black can still play L4, so yeah, exactly. You can still push, not only push white low, but in theory there can be even some disconnection problems. Like this is an annoying vital point. Like slowly I'm starting to understand this move. Like why not this one? I guess this is still vital point. Whereas here this, I mean, you don't care so much. I'm trying to reconfigure my network so I find such moves next time, but it's tough. It's tough to reconfigure it all together. Yeah, this looks like scary, like white is cut, but actually I think these two stones are quite light. So, you know, if something like this happens, I guess it will be about fair. Like, this is it's a little rare to cut in this way. Usually this is what you do, but I guess black felt over-concentrated, even though it still looks kind of clean. So he thought, I'm so strong here, so I can do something special. At least it will maybe burn Mateusz's time. And that's what's happening. And I see AI is actually quite considering to play here. And this is exactly the type of move I wouldn't like to do. Because then you can really create many weak grooves. Wow! And Mateusz played the move, moved a little bit behind the camera. What is the plan? So I think he wants to for sure kind of like break this ladder. Or use this cut, right? So if like you block and I play this, maybe it's good exchange. Well, it took Lukan by surprise. Wow, overplay, says Rob. Ah, you were saying overplay for black. Maybe a little. But now he finds the blue move. And yeah, somehow, in the end, white is taking care of these 3 stones that he wanted to throw away. And he still split. And black gained some cash. So I think answering here was very wise for black and a good move. And I think Mateusz is a bit sad about it because he read many variations after this that would help him to make some kind of combo, and we will never see it. Yeah, white is ahead by black is ahead by like 7 points according to AI. But I would say, like in this case, it also depends on this a little. Like black will have to, you know, play efficiently there for it to be 7. And yeah, by no means, like it's safe, but with this time setting 7 points, it can easily be made in endgame. Yeah, black takes more points in center. Well, the thing is, if black starts pushing, it's like also reactivating here, but actually like... he would block, sorry, my bad. So you just feel your liberty and that liberty. So this is a bad move. So this is a good move. So black just covered. It makes sense. White protects, and now, just this one. I mean, the strength in this area has shifted a bit. This wall that we used to be so proud of is getting, you know, the stones are falling off the wall. Nobody, like no mason? Who is working with stone in English? has checked it for a while, so I guess playing here looks nice. But this schema also. But, you know, somehow you can be cut here. So, not sure about this one. And yeah, Mateusz exchanged this, like, let's check if it's Sente. It was, and then he gets cut. Still at L4. Even though black gets cut, but maybe, do you have to answer? Can't you, like, counter? Maybe you can, no? Because here, like, black's shape sucks. But white also is quite thin. But maybe this is something, like, you can hope for? Like, AI is considering it. So we could see it. It feels like shape. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is way more direct, but the letter... So here? Or... But the letter works for black, right? But Mateusz, 1 second. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like, Mateusz had 1 second left. So he just clicked here. And then just underconnects. But it seems like small minus. Or maybe not so small. And wow, Lukan plays here. My soft hard would just play this one. And I would get split and start dying. So this looks way more active. And what happens if you block? You can attach here? Oh, yo, yo. And Lukan is like daring Mateusz. Man, if you cut me, I will peep and protect these in Sente. So now the group is also kind of cut. So it makes sense for white to ignore it. And maybe it was a bit hopeful for black that that one is Sente. Now his shape got a bit destroyed. What is this? Now this is nothing much. Like, it stays connected. But the white shape improves. But Lukan doesn't like it. Pushes. I guess... not sure. Not sure. Like, he's protecting the variation I was showing. Kind of. I think. Oh, and Katago wants to jump here and not there. I guess it makes... Sorry. So, yeah, I was showing this, but actually the cut is still working for white. So it was bad, peep. But if you play here, you have the... Well... Yeah, you can peep and cut, maybe. So, white answers. And somehow... Okay... Black protects this group that slowly looks more and more surrounded. And what happens if white gets to cut here? Like, this is a small problem, maybe. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess, I think. We see that according to AI, black is starting to lead by 16, but I don't think it's so easy to find the moves now. Mateusz strikes the vital point. Pracuję, musisz zawrzeć dveře, prosím. Sorry, there was a small disruptor coming to my room. He's out. He said Papa is working and left. White cannot cut. Yeah, because of this, right? You mean? Yeah, I guess so. Not at the moment. You could hear it, Scout, I see. Yeah, he's sweet. So this looked like you build up all of the strength, so you go for the attack, but is it leading somewhere? Like, I see the power triangle is the plan, but this peep is a problem. Can you like counter peep it? You have to, right? But even like this, it's a problem. Oh, but Lukan played here. I mean, So if... I'm not sure, it looked strict, that one. Maybe this also works? It seems like... So if this happens, white has to escape somehow. And these black guys look like they have more liberties, but... Or you can just play like this. I guess you can just throw all of this away and take these, but then... Yeah, it looks like black has a lot, but then the whole left side can start dying also. I know AI is like super happy, but I don't think this situation is stable at all. So no power triangle. Yeah, like it looks like white owns moves a little bit everywhere. But this is still a semi-I, you know? Or am I missing something easy? So if black answers... Yeah, black just plays here to have all of the liberties. O9 wins for... So... But O9, you know... If I connect... and you can even play here now that it changed. But can you? No. You... Oh, you can play here. No, you cannot. Like, you can play like this, but... Is... Take the lib. Well... I mean, what I'm saying is if this dies and it's still maybe not a clear game. But let's watch what they are doing, that's more important. Oh, this actually happened, so we will get to see how to handle it. Okay, also, like, white should push here, because this is like 10,000 liberties. Just, if black plays here or white plays here, this looks like key. Yeah, and he did it. Whoa. Yeah, now it's by one. You see, I was telling you, it was not clear how to play this out. Okay, so let's say we resist all and then this happens. Oh, and here we... Can we throw in? I think we can throw in, if I calculate correctly, because it's like... but yeah. So it seems like... Why is this even? No. Wait, I don't understand. Why can't we just take? He blocks. We throw. Because he gains the liberty in this way. And then he captures... my extension there was bad, sorry. Okay, so that's the problem. So if you answer and throw in, you resist once, then take, you gain a liberty, and then you can squeeze. So that's why Lukan has to add a liberty somehow. So he starts with this one, so couldn't answer there. So white lives, dies here, here he's fine, cuts black. Still white has this move that is quite threatening. I would assume this group will live. But overall, this was a huge loss for black. And this doesn't look like it hurt so much since we gained so much here. So an AI agrees. It's like white plus 8. So very nice by Mateusz. So I think Lukan miscalculated, same as me, that white gains the liberty. And had he as he knew, he would just play like this maybe. Let connect and play normally. How would this be? If we estimate the score. No, but this would be also black plus 2. So amazing job by Mateusz to fight back in this game. O6 instead of N6. Thank you, Mixomy for showing this. Yeah, this way I guess this group dies because it has more liberties now. Well, told you, the empty triangles, you know? And now suddenly Mateusz is comfortably leading, I would say, by 11. And somehow it's gonna be more, like Katago wants to keep... No, it's not gonna be more. I think this is just that, maybe some endgame. Yeah, but thanks for sharing. I didn't quite catch it, so that was really nice to show. Shioshin, we have a Japanese viewer with some cool smileys. Hello. Now the game is over, says Zaphodius. I mean, hard to argue with that. Also, we could see it at Lukan's face. He just like grinched or like... So he knows it's not good. Mateusz looks the same as always, I would say. His face is shining like it's full moon. I mean, what... like next to his monitor he has like BMW lights or something like this, that I guess. And so it will be 1-1 if nothing crazy happens. No, I'm not making fun of bald people. I wouldn't dare that. I'd be fighting against my own team. But his monitor light is really, really strong. Or maybe he's playing like in the dark and his camera auto-adapts. That's also what happens for me sometimes. And some endgame masterpieces by Mateusz. Yep. This is annoying. Quite nice under connection to steal some points. Even maybe Sente. Oh, and this is better than playing there. See, I would have just dumbly tried to save my stone because I have some relation with it, but it would be a mistake. This jump, how do you block it? Like, yeah, Kosumi. So let's see this masterpiece again. Like, I mean, this is for like strong players like Mateusz. This is like standard technique, I believe, but still, it feels nice to get so far. And white is leading by 20. And I think Ali is about to ask a question again. Why is Lukan playing this till the end? Well, we can ask them at the end of the interview. But I think they will just say it's blitz game, the opponent can make a mistake anywhere, so you would be a fool not to play till the end. Yeah, it's completely standard, as Afodius says, but to see it so fast is quite impressive. Yeah, now this one. Playing everything in the good order. So Katago wants to cut here, but I don't think there is any agi. It's just for this push endgame, maybe. Because then White needs to add more moves or something like that. Nothing too interesting. Go is fun, why stop? Yeah, so Ben has like, he played this tournament, so he's sharing his very educated view. And he's saying, not even about waiting for a blunder, but sometimes you have no time to count. You might have a feel of the score, but why risk to resign if you are unsure? Yeah, that's right. For example, in the previous game, Lukan had like 3 minutes, but Mateusz, who was losing, was always kind of under 20 seconds. And I also think like, what Ben is saying is quite important, because let's say you are like, maybe I should resign. So you count the game and you realize it's actually quite close. So there you go, you spend 1 minute counting instead of trying to find the best endgame, and maybe you lost the game because of that. But like 20 points is a lot, I think 20 points. But when if you exchange some groups, maybe even 20 points can be a bit unclear. And so how much was the first game? Wasn't it also 20.5 or something? Let me check. 18.5. So if Mateusz wins by 20.5, he would technically be ahead by 2 points if we were playing at Go to Innovation. Do you guys remember that tournament? Go to Innovation. It was an 8-round tournament in Germany where the Bioyomi was... So there were so many innovative things. Much more innovative than, for example, this tournament. It was like, it mattered by how many points you won. The handicap kept changing during the tournament. So at the end of the tournament, you could play with somebody of your strength, like at 3 stones. And also, I think the Bioyomi was getting faster and faster. Like first time you had like 20 moves for 5 minutes, then 25 moves, then 30 moves. I think when I played with Pal Balog, we spent so much time in opening Classic. We had like 35 stones for 5 minutes or something. We couldn't. The board was a mess. Oh, so Ben is continuing on his experience with Blitz games, and he's saying when he's playing, he remembers some games with Palco that he played on KGS. I think usually you play 10 seconds per move, right? So about the same speed as this. Somebody won by 45 and nobody had a clue who was ahead. But I think your games with Cheater, some of them, they were quite epic, like so many things. Yeah. Good times when I had the time to watch you guys play. Okay, so it seems in the end it will be 19.5? Or will it be 18.5? And then we have Korean pros resigning 1.5 pointers in Speed Baduk TV. Pure flex, says Cesari. Yeah, and I think it's even like fine for the stream, no? We can like talk, share our stories. I'm sure Zafodius has some story to share in case we have like a silent moment, or how to say. So it's actually like chill for us. Okay, but wait, black cat here. So all the dummies are filled and black cats. What is the... no, sorry, it's the okay. I forgot. Slowly, like, preparing this extension and this. But this group has so many liberties and an eye, so if there is a semi-IE, even if it's cut between these stones, it will be very hard to win, so I think no real danger. It's not about the score differential, says Ali. You resign when you don't see a realistic chance of winning. Yeah. But I guess maybe you doubt your judgment when you have so little time. You are more like, well, maybe I can, I guess. Anyway, this last half point ko is taking a long time.
Pass.
Okay, white passes. So it means Mateusz knows he's
Pass.
probably ahead. Or...
Remove the dead stones.
yeah.
White wins.
Okay, so 19.5 points. Wait, who won? Who won? What am I doing here? No! Oh! Victory spin. So it's 1-1. All right. Congratulations to Mateusz. We are quite happy that the game didn't finish so fast. That the match is like going on, I meant. Yeah. Like, I think if the match was 3-0, there would have been a quite awkward moment of me anyway showing this video despite Mateusz not winning. So it's nice that he won and that it got to the stream cleanly. All right. So when is the next game? Let's check. 1940. So in 6 minutes. All right. So I actually wanted to show you 2 other things. So first one... So first one that I want to show, let me share my browser. So you can see 4 blunders by black this time. I mean, this table is not really useful. Okay, so what I wanted to show is that Mateusz is actually organizing a tournament. Where is it? Here, Salt Mine Open. I'm not sure if everybody heard about this, but he told me he was a little inspired also by these Blitz games, that he wanted to organize a Blitz event. Actually, it was moved. It was supposed to be in April, but it was moved to August because I think some tournament collision, and also there were not so many registered people. But this tournament is going to be played in a a salt mine. So basically the idea is you enter the tournament, you go like 200 meters down the ground, you stay there 2 days, and you play like... Is it written somewhere? Schedule. You play like 9 rounds. Rules. Maybe it's what is important. Is there time somewhere? Okay, I'm not sure what the time is. But I mean, I think this idea is quite epic, like to play a tournament in a salt mine. I mean, if I'm not busy, but my second child will be born in July, so I would really love to go there. So I want to promote this event a little, like if you can go. Unfortunately, it's not so cheap. I think it costs like 200 Czech crowns. Yeah, because it's like you enter the mine and you sleep there and you get some food. But I think it will be worth it. What I would personally be afraid of is playing 9 rounds of Go in 2 days. So, yeah. Oh, and Chen Mike has raided our stream. Thank you, Chen Mike. So that's one thing I wanted to share. And the second thing is actually my production. So in Czechia, we have this problem that we have a lot of local tournaments, but like the people that are not there are not really, watching the results. They don't really care. So I was thinking of what to do to change it. And I created this like betting application. It's just like play money, but you can like create a tournament. You have your profile, you create a tournament, and we actually tested it this weekend. So these are the results. Here you can see the bets from the previous rounds and stuff like this. These are my bets, how I was betting. And as an organizer, you can like very easily create a tournament and like name it something. Set a price, and you create a tournament. Once it's set in stone, so it cannot be changed. No, actually you can change it. You can like say round 1 and add a player, A, B, you put the rating, then it's calculated like automatically. And why I'm showing this is because there is going to be like the European Professional Championship in a week or 2. And I plan to run it, so all of the games will be, planned ahead, and you can like bet points. And I think the winner will like win a fan from me, or maybe we will get some vouchers. I don't know. So I'm just letting you know that maybe it was actually more fun than we thought this weekend. So I just wanted to show. Then you can collect like trophies or so and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Oh, I almost stopped streaming. Like everything that I wanted to say was said. Okay, and Lukan didn't win. Sorry, I have it wrong here. Yep, we are good. Boom. They are starting in a minute, so I have to find the game. They haven't created it yet, it seems. All right. Okay, I will not read Cesare's comment. I should now, right? The poor YouTube viewers. After Ben Zero kisses you actually might become a frog. I guess that's because he's French. Yeah, Timak played the tournament and he bet all the money on himself and immediately lost it all and got out. That was quite funny. Okay, and they still haven't created the game. I'm refreshing like crazy. But yeah, actually this betting site works. It's like quite smooth, and I can make anybody organizer. And if you have a tournament that you do and you want to spice it up a little, you can just do it. If you can draw the rounds 15 minutes before the playing starts, then even the players can take part and they can have like a little fun during the tournament. Not French. My thought was that some kisses from fairy tales heal princesses from being frogs. Here, on the other hand, I see. Sorry, I thought it was a joke because in French, like, frog wings, legs are quite popular. I actually had them once in my lifetime, and it was really, really good. And I see the game is on. Puff, start review. Okay. It looks like it's fine. Let me check if the colors are correct. Mateusz is black, Lukan is white, and it's 1-1. Just don't bet on your opponent if you don't want to look sus. Yeah, I think we will forbid that. Like, the players betting on the opponent will automatically disqualify you from getting a prize. Alright, so... we see the same Joseki as before. I guess Mateusz is comfortable with it, saying like, dude, you never actually dared... Oh, so maybe my bet with Ben can still go on, if white is going to play here or pincer later. But of course it's a different situation with the black stone now. I hope it will get pincered. Okay, black gets black pincers here, and yeah, this is classic. I think actually I saw this Kosomi from Ben Zero first, right? You are quite fond of this move, if I remember. What to do against this? Just, is this... yeah, I wanted to click here, I couldn't. Is this a move? I was wondering. Fun fact, D6 is disliked by AI. How do you mean D6? Sorry. Ah, you mean D16. Ah, no, you mean the... you mean this push. Well, I think, like, this is probably, like, I know it's almost okay, but I really think, like, if you play the variation like this, now this is the move, and not this. But it's true that I think if I recall correctly in AI, this is the move now and not the block. Yeah, maybe my argument is not very strong. Not the push. Ah, you mean this one? Ah. But okay, Lukan played it, I see. Ah, so... well, anyway, that doesn't matter. White pincered. Jump. Peep, like if Jan Shimara was playing. He's very fond of these peeps. Resist. I somehow always connect. Nice to see this is also an option sometimes. And push. Like... I don't know. Well, it's difficult to assess this position. Somehow this black shape looks quite clean. If black gets to jump here, it would be good for black, but will he have the time to do that? But also, even if white gets to play a move here, like black can invade the corner later, so I think white would like to attack the two groups somehow, but maybe black doesn't even have to answer the kicking. I am not sure. We will see. Lukan is ahead by 1 minute. It's very nice for him. As usual, I think Lukas is the player who has the time most under control of all. By the way, I don't want you guys to be disappointed, so I'm gonna say it. I don't have any more fun animation for the next victories. It will be the same. Same thing. Wow. Okay, what is going on? So this double honey was quite brave. White asks, black connects. Now white had the option to go back to this variation, I think. After forcing this, but he connects, gets ataried. And now AI say cut. So you want to take, but let's say just to make it simpler. And then here. Oh, this is very scary. I'm not surprised Lukan is spending so much time. Yeah, no reading go. What's the prize money for the winner, he asks. It's a great question. I wanted to point it out. So the grand prize is 1,000 euros and second place is 600. So actually now they are playing for 400 euros this evening. That's the difference. So, you know, it's not too little. But yeah, the winner will had to win like 3 times and suffer 3 evenings, 3 Sundays to gain 1,000 euros. All of the 15 other people got less. But I think it's still like nice bonus. And since it's spread out to 4 months, it's not like it's very intensive, I hope. But of course the players, they had to fix their schedules to be able to be here. There was a tournament in Czechia this weekend. I think Lukan didn't go because of this match. And the game is even. It's the bragging right that is worth more. Yeah, for sure, being the first winner of this tournament counts a lot. I mean, this variation for me is very hard to assess. I completely understand why it didn't cut here, since these variations seem scary. I wonder, I mean, this probably looks very fishy, so that's why black just connected. And now this was suffering for white, for sure, to have to connect here instead of being able to extend, but he managed to disconnect these 2 stones. It somehow compensates. Like my feeling, I don't know what my feeling is. My first feeling was it's better for black, but since white cuts so cleanly, and there is like group A, group B, theoretically some weakness in the corner, I'm starting to like it for white, personally. But now Mateusz found a nice variation to sacrifice this stone, and now to put pressure on these 2, and that could change things. Because if the 2 weak groups become 1, it will be good for Mateusz, but I don't think Lukan is gonna answer this. I don't know how. AI wants to jump here. I guess it makes sense, slowly aiming for the clamp and stuff. Keima also looks fine with the possibility of peeping. This looks like teaching style move. This kind of move would be more like street fighting. The shape is not so good, but it looks really scary for white, according to me. But yeah. And now, where to play the next move as black? I didn't look at AI. I would play Kosumi, which looks like horrible shape. And AI would just play here. And Mateusz plays it. Kosumi, why? But yeah, I guess I would play there in this time setting. So black is really not afraid of being enclosed. Like something like this, you get closed, enclosed, but maybe there is some agi. I mean, I would be afraid of this. A little. Like there is no immediate threat. I guess white answered because he figured this is too big. Well, it's a big move. But then it feels like black got what he wanted. And it doesn't matter too much. Will it be a recurring tournament or a one-time thing? Now, this is a big question. And I guess we will see. I will talk about it a little more at the end of the tournament. I hope so. But it depends on a lot of things. Oh, he played the Kosumi. Nice. I feel a bit better about it now. So overall, the groups ran away, but white seems maybe a bit weaker, and black is building quite the potential. Personally, it's interesting that like nobody is playing into this corner. Like black has this descent, which helps a lot. Something crazy like this will probably not work, it's too much. So if it's just this, and black actually exchanges this one, then I think Ben Zero is quite good at these Tsumegos. What is this? I would expect some kind of ko. Maybe not even ko? So it's not so that important, and black doesn't really want to hurt this group yet, so that's why he's waiting to make those exchanges. And so Mateusz played slowly, and then boom, peep, which is understandable because something like this would really be like happy times for white. So of course this was the dumbest connection I could show. I mean, yeah, this looks like nice counter attack. Black connects, peep, push. Well, it didn't do much, it feels like this this double peep. But there is still Aji. For instance, if black peeps here, white connects, and black can pull back, and it's almost disconnecting this. So I guess it's alright, like not a big loss. So now that black ran away, he fluently switches to the corner. And Lukan is moving in the camera. I could see with my little eye. And if, yeah, okay, capture. So here is an eye. And like, there is not really a sure eye in this area, I don't think, after the Kosumi. So white has to be careful a little, but because the corner is also dying, white could make an eye here, but I guess if something like this happens... but you... it's tricky. I wonder, like, this is the battle of who will be Gota, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, there is no risk of dying for anyone. But the one who lives in center is the key. And I think it will be black. Whoa. Can you do this? What? Wait, why don't we peep once just to ask? Lukan had 1 minute. He could have thought about it. Like to this one, you just connect. So it's not like, you are gonna miss this move. Pan Kurze is here. I feel this is like when you are a hockey player and you have the empty net in front of you and you kind of miss it. Yeah, I think it was a big chance. Or I'm cheating because I saw it in AI. But yeah. I know I'm talking about ice hockey a lot this stream. It's because I still didn't process the loss of the Czech team at the Olympic Games against Canada. in the quarterfinals. But I guess that's my problem. Let's focus on the game. So white lived, but quite painfully, black managed to, in the end, to not only live in to leave this area in center, but also to get the M2 block, which is very nice. Jumps here. And Lukan tries to be annoying. And he is alive. This is an eye. But it feels this game is now quite difficult for white. So, if we manage to close this group somehow, can it still live locally like this? It almost looks like yes. But I would say it lives. So no real big pressure. I mean, I know this cut was nonsense. It was just to locally check. And so white doesn't go for the cut and he's like preparing it. For instance, if black answers, which he did. Oh, just plays schema. Okay. Well, this looks like shape. But this peep hurts. I think it's like white is being very elegant, but black's pure strength is overpowering him here. Has any of you guys seen the anime Samurai Champloo? I think it's called. It's quite old anime. There are two samurais and one is like Street Fighter and second one is like very correct. Reminds me, that's what it reminds me a little, this combination. Yeah, and we see that Lukan is slowly losing grip of this game and now losing by 18. But hard to say what you should do. And what I want to say is that in this guy that Mateusz played the second time in a row actually quite helped him in this fight. So kind of playing globally is working quite well for him. Okay, so Lukan manages to squeeze and he will settle the group, but for the cost of this whole corner. Of course, there is always Aji on Sansan, but this one seems pretty dead, I would say. And as we discussed earlier, why black could have lived locally, so that's why Lukan is taking the eyes. And it's true that actually this group is not alive, and this connection is thin, and this connection is thin, and this group is also not alive. So it's not over yet for the Czech fans. But I would say this group is so weak that attacking from it is very difficult. And I would say if there is some trade that we trade this group for, let's say, this group, my feeling is black will have enough points. So it's quite hard. So I guess now you have to play from two sides. And also, let's not forget this seed that black planted a long time ago. It can actually maybe help him also when he peeps here or something. Like he has some moves in this area. But I would say this position is similar to the previous game where Lukan was like ahead by 20 points, but it was not stable and it can go wrong very quickly. So yeah, Kent3 is saying he'd be terrified as black. I think so. Lukan looks a bit tired on the camera. But it's... yeah, now there is some liberty problems in theory with this shape, you know? It's like going away quite quickly. But yeah, I mean, one small mistake by black and it's finished. And I think somehow white managed to stabilize this group now. You can always sacrifice this stone if there is Atari. You can underconnect, you can cut. Perhaps this group is safe, like there is a lot of Agi still, for sure. But now the question is the middle group. Yeah. I think this is not a one game. I think this is... I would almost say 50-50 in these time settings. But I hope black proves me wrong. Like, he is striking the vital points. Well, it seems there could be some kind of semi-AI between the two middle groups. But how? I mean, if black just plays here, isn't this just alive? Almost looks like it. To be honest, I'm not sure what to do with this white's middle group. Yeah, this is the game. Oh, descend! And be like, ha, you have to protect, and if you protect, I can connect somehow. Like this, and like this. And this is connected. So this is the plan, and if white connects, what does it mean for the black group? Not much, right? If black plays here, he's alive, and white will connect in Gote. So probably everything will leave, and what will remain is this huge black corner that will mean victory. But there is some Tsumego. But actually I don't think the capturing race will work for white by feeling. So this is some fast Tsumego. And so black is dead locally. But he has so many freaking liberties. I don't think he even has to play the Ko. Also, it's... yeah, I mean, why not to play it for a while? Actually... yeah, the problem for white is that if everything lives in this third of the board, yeah, for example, I think black can just take and not care about it. And it will be like black is ahead by 20, 30, yeah, because this top right is too big. But Mateusz fights on, like, why not? Of course, it's better to play strict. Like, how many... can you just connect here to make the eye, like, bigger? Oh... okay, so now... losing liberties is black. But he also kind of stole a Kotret from white, right? White planned to play this Atari as Kotret. So that was the idea. Seems solid. Okay, so the thing is, like, black has to play local Kotrets, because if he plays some other Kotret and white connects, Well, it threatens, it's like Sente. But still, I'm not even sure about the semi, to be honest. It feels like it works for black. Does anybody see some chance? Like if you block and you play here and then you cut and then you play here, this has like 0 liberties. Is G5, J5 a threat? J... yeah, but it could increase the liberties of white in some situations. If white gets to block here later. So it can be, but a bit dangerous. D7 would be co-threat. D7. Yeah. But so, black played here, white connected in center, and now he's going for the race. And I was being quite pessimistic for white. But if it's like 1 liberty or something... So Kosumi? Okay.
Black wins.
Maybe it was also like small I versus... Oh no, there are no shared liberties. So Mateusz won. The graph looks quite clean for Mateusz. Basically the only chance for Lukan was here. Where if he peeped he'd be ahead by 20. But it's very difficult to see. Yeah, it would be some close semi, I guess. But it looks like it was working for white. So that was a missed chance. And a big mistake by Mateusz, I guess. He should just live. And... yeah. Are these numbers? And it would be about even. If black plays here, yeah. About even game this way. So, when will they play the next one? 2015. And I think that Mateusz won this game. Oh no, I hope he doesn't stomp me again. Alright, so let's update the score. And next, so they have like 5 minutes break, and I ran out of things to talk about, so I'm also gonna take a break. So next game, Mateusz is going to be white, but I will keep it this way for now. Let's declare damn it. Let's declare a break. And yeah, I invite you to subscribe to the EGF channel. And yeah, be right back. Okay, I'm back. When are they playing the next game? In 2 minutes. I realized the one thing during my break, and that is that Mateusz so far has won every match 3-1, as was stating at the start. And he's leading 2-1. So it's getting scary a little for Lukan. But of course 3 games is not a strong statistic. They haven't created the next game yet. Okay, so let's maybe reset this and I can switch the colors. So Lukan will be black. Oh, I didn't want to do that. And neither I wanted to do that. Sorry, it came back automatically. Okay, so it will be like this. Oh, Perigrill, thank you for subscribing to the EGF channel for 32 months. Okay, the guys are back. And I'm checking if they created the game already. Not yet. So I'm not watching their faces now since I'm refreshing the browser. So tell me, based on facial expression, do you think Lukan can do it? Or is he looking depressed? I will bet on whatever will make it more likely for us to have game 5. So basically you are saying if maybe you are like never winning, so you will bet on Mateusz. I still don't see the game. I'm a bit nervous, but they seem like to be typing, so yeah. So I guess that's fine. Oof, maybe I shouldn't drink tea but take a shot or something of lemon. I'm also need to get more energy. Okay, they started. Puff, puff. Okay, Lukan, black. Can you see everything? Yes, that's it. So now they have 2 minutes plus 5 seconds. And you can see how quickly they smash the stones to try to gain as much time as possible. Okay, and there was like one thing I thought we could do. So in order for Lukan not to... Oh. It's not... Okay, it's gonna be a bit lamer. In order for Lukan to win this game, he should like power up. I don't know if you are fans of DBZ, but we can try to support him. But yeah, it would have been better on Mateusz if Mateusz has been like, you know, because he's looking straight to the camera. So please, Lukan, do it. Well, anyway. So 2 Josekis have been played. Lukan just grabbed points. Again, we saw this Joseki in the previous game. Lukan then played this one, right, as black. And I like this. Even though you lose with the move, that's not a reason why to not believe it. And this is quite clean jump. Okay, thank you, Captain Masu, for liking my stream. And yeah, it looks normal. But Lukan is quite comfortable with solid points and he's very good at Shinogi, like living. So I think this game is going according to his plan. Oh yes, thank you for the votes last week that I'm able to be here. I'm actually quite happy that I won because I wanted to talk about the stuff Michal is doing, the sponsor and stuff, and it would be a bit more difficult to delegate it, but we would have managed anyway. Alright, so some invasion here. So Lukan is playing solid, but suddenly jumps in. I am surprised by this move. I think I will I mean, you know, it's the move you feel like you can play, but it can lead to an unclear fight. I would have expected Lukan to just maybe jump, because this is quite small territory. You know, it feels like white is under pressure, but actually this kind of cut later can be quite annoying for black. So yeah, I'm surprised that Lukan chose this variation. But Zafodius, like Rob is saying that black is getting aggressive, he understands what is at stake. So I think Rob understands the game psychology quite well. So probably just playing soft is not good in this kind of matches. I still would have expected Lukan to just do what he does best, but basically it's what he's doing, right? He took the points, he made it smaller, he's taking care of the group. There was just a slight moment where it could have been dangerous. And AI wants to cut here, and if Mateusz finds this, I would be amazed. This is not a move I would ever think about. And I think since nothing happened here, we don't even have to ask Lukan about this move. It's not so... You think Lukan feels the pressure. And it's true that somehow he doesn't look so locked in as usual, I would say. Like, not in the zone as much. Like, moving his head. I'm not sure if he's usually moving his head so much. Okay, so double hane. Looks normal. Extend, cut. Oh, sorry. So, cut, extend. For sure, right? No. Whoa! Look at Lukan. Did you see? He's like, what? Bringing his head forward. This looks like... let's call it a decisive moment. I mean, it was not bad for white, no? But it would be boring game. We have to appreciate Mateusz that now this is going to be interesting game. Like, the shape here is so fragile, is barely holding. But similar as in the second game with the two empty triangles, right? This will lead to a similar situation. Maybe black will be better for a while with shapes and locally, but he will have to do something. Now you have to extend, no? Like, you cannot possibly allow this. This is so big. But if you allow this, isn't this just like Geta? I mean, just this one, for example? I mean, I would rather play 4 directly. I'm just trying to make my life... And this looks like it works, no? Like you can get a bit farther, but not super far. Or maybe you start with this. I don't even believe it's gonna help. So this yeah, so he jumps, but all right, like whoa, and Lukan is afraid to Tenuki. He wants to, but this shape is also not like very nice for white. I mean, I know you can play like this, but then, I mean, as long as white gets back here, it will be okay for white. But if he can't, I mean, this is... But would you, guys, would you have the, and girls, the audacity to play Tenuki? Like, for example, now, and allow this? I mean, it feels good, but you are also dying. Lukan just takes care, and this one hurts a lot also. Like, even if you go back, this will hurt. I think it's falling apart for white. Okay. Okay, so now in theory, yeah, but Lukan cuts, this looks like... Surely you cannot do it again. No, not enough liberties there. Okay, but now... Oh, connect. Interesting. So he really didn't like this for some reason. Who is... I'm not sure why, but okay. Maybe reading quite far. So, is this Geta working? Is the big question. Puff, 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 puff. Puff, 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 puff. Puff, puff, puff. It's not working, I think. I think black will not eat this white dumpling, but it doesn't mean it's good for white. Q12 is an orgasm on the go board. Yeah, so many bad exchanges, as Bladavia say. Yeah, even if you get out. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, I filled my liberty here in the variation. I wasn't sure about something, but if white can play directly here, it's better. But still, it will be quite similar. Oh, but this is interesting. So, for instance, I would like keep playing this way, but maybe actually, maybe this is playable for... No, still not. Because I saw AI wanted to jump here. So I thought maybe he's leading by that much only if he has to run away. But it seems this is still quite good. But honestly, so we were discussing before that sometimes the players don't know if they are leading and by how much. So AI says it's black plus 20. If you were black, would you be sure? I think black is quite confident he's okay in this game, but I wouldn't say like the game is won. In my head, this would be still like quite a challenge. Of course, there is this snowball that black makes the wall, attacks this, gets something, now he will attack this, get something, then he will get this endgame, and he has a lot of points even if he doesn't kill. But if white manages to somehow fix this shape in center, yeah, but like it's very hard to Tenuki now, right? Maybe he should like try something disruptive. And he's playing casually, taking care of the group as a proper, honest person should. Yeah, I was thinking... And how to play in this general area if you are black? So I think it was very important that black got this and white got this and black never got to peep. I think black was afraid it was gote because these 3 stones are not so big. You know, you play here, then you play this stone. Then this guy is like meaningless there a bit. So black didn't have the timing, but since white got this and kind of fixed this group, I wonder how to attack this area now. I don't know. I really don't know how. I don't see a move. Is this dumb? You know, and whatever they play, I play double Hane. Somebody tell me it's dumb, please. I would play here. So Rob is saying F12. I was thinking about F12, but then what? Like this I don't believe. I rather play 5 immediately, you know, is my idea. Not at the end when I, you know, that's how I got here. But I think you were thinking about doing this, right? Maybe. Okay, thank you, Irandel, that it's dumb. And let's check the game. Sorry, I got sidetracked. And suddenly, so white got the endgame here that I was expecting black to get, but black got more points than I thought here, so I guess it's okay. And now we see it's only black plus 10. Yeah, because since he managed to solve everything, this is actually in the end quite a lot of points. So it was dependent on the attack here, I think. Let's go, Lukan, says Shibi. Okay, black is saying this was Rob is saying this was a mistake because it kills the throw-in. So he should play here first, and then at a point throw in, and yeah, that looks like the thing we see in Tsumego. In Tsumegos or Tesujis. Not playing this Atari. It's a good point by Rob. We should check that later. But so now what? So this whole big white group, does it have an eye? Like, does it have one eye if black peeps here? Like, Mateusz, yeah, he knows he's behind, so he just YOLO. He's like, big dragons never die. Show me, Lukan, please. And Lukan peeps, yeah, it's the obvious move. But yeah, of course, white is not gonna... But you can just play this now. And it's like Miyai, right? So this doesn't do much. But I like it from Mateusz. I think it's good choice to play here. It's huge. He was behind on points. Somehow he felt it, that he has to risk. And he went for it. But, okay, now he can play this Atari and, you know, now there is like Atari and one eye here. If he blocks, I take, he plays here, then there can be ko, right? Let me just get center like this. And if I take the eye, it's ko for the eye. So Lukan will play here, but then there is one eye here. But it's not 100% sure yet. Yeah, I would be afraid as white. But anyway, even though the problem with Mateusz's move here, I think, was that even if black doesn't manage to kill, he got a lot of attacking, a lot of points from the attack. Like this move, right, in center basically, which was huge. So even though White survived quite skillfully, I must say, it's not happy times yet. But what is this? It's nothing, right? He kind of wants to make this capture center for White, but it will never be. I don't think it's center. I think you can just Atari and play elsewhere. And White will cut, but you play here. I don't see anything there. But would you bet on it? Lukas tries to read in his 5 seconds or whatever, and Tenukis. Mateusz answers. Yes, it's best of 5, yes. And Steven. What is this move? What is this? It's misclick? But the cut, I mean, I thought this cut was a problem if something. But like, you know, this group is alive. Strange. Maybe time problems, I would say. Also, we should say Lukan is in time troubles after a long time. And this will be a big endgame. Now Black is ahead just by 6. Like, Mateusz is fighting like a beast to make this game close. Yeah, this push was huge. It's like, come on, Lukan, cut me. Let's play this score. Whoa, yo, and now White is ahead. Black could have just captured. But he has so many Kotrets here, right? I think this move must have been... Let me check in AI. It must have lost a lot of points, no? This protection. Yeah, it's like pass, basically, right? Yeah, plus 15 and now plus 8. Yeah, I think he just didn't have time, so he had to... He just had to click. I mean, if you don't click, you don't win, so... So there is this score, but at the same time there is this that White can capture? Oh my god. Or does Lukan plan on winning the last 2 games by half point again, like against Stanislav? So I had to make it closer. Whoa. And now, actually, so this move, if it was here, yeah, but we cannot really think that way. So now Black is ahead again. Yeah, but Mateusz, how can he, you know, not only you have to consider what is bigger, but also how many Kotrets you have, and you have 5 seconds. So Lukan fought back. Now what, yeah, this corner is not, it's not dead, no? But then what about this? Oh my god. So just play here. Nothing to think about. You have to disconnect if you want to kill. And also Black can extend here. I wonder if Black shouldn't play this. Maybe that's what he was thinking. Like this could be Ko. And then Q1 could be Kotret. But if White plays here... Well, let's watch the game, not... Yeah, this one is better. Okay, peep. But this lives. So White lives here. Ah, he doesn't want white to get this tiger in center. I guess that makes sense. And now he's asking, do you play the ko or not? But he should have asked that before disconnecting here. So he was actually right to stop at this moment. That's what he was thinking, I think. If he should play this one and if it's okay or not. Okay, so ko again. Again, game by 3. So it's really... Yeah, he at least kept this ko threat. Okay, I mean, why not exchange it? So, like, black has this contract, then on n4, but it's losing points. Yeah, this is big. Then white still has here some, right? This Hane. But only Hane, I think. Then the Atari is not a co-threat anymore. Ah, but this Hane is. So there are like 3 co-threats here. So... Phew. Oh my god. Come on, we want game 5. Like also this move here, yeah, it loses a co-threat, but it's big on points. I think it's a mistake to play it, honestly. Because I think losing the co-threat is more valuable by feeling. You have to block. But this cut is nothing, this Hane is nothing, so... No more co-threats in the corner here, except for this, but this is too small. And still here, there is a threat. Yeah, so here we are like 3. So I think maybe these are the last co-threats for white, these 3. And black has 1 here, kind of. But it is, right? Or here. Yeah, it's better. Oof. Good that I'm not playing. And this co-threat is also not so good since there is this cut, I realized. Yeah, then more of a reason to... Okay, so white captures, but now it's still 3 points for Lukas. And now Lukas has this co-threat here. This Atari is a co-threat. Oh, but this is good enough? Like, if Lukas knows, he's... no way he knows, right? B16 is a co-threat? Really? Ah, yes, you are right. I misread. But so then there are more co-threats here even. So trade. So takes and black +4. But white gets this squeeze. And now this one is big? Or no, here, right? Ah, this first. And then here, no? This looks huge. Ah, but these 3 are captured. Oof, I'm calm down. But I mean, if my heart is racing so much, what about the players? But Mateusz, I mean, I must say I admire Mateusz for how stoic he is. Also, when he plays at tournaments, he like never walks around or leaves the board. He always sits there. He's beating you by 30. He still sits there and calculates everything. Winner of this match getting a piece too. How big is the co? About 400 euros. There will still be another match. But okay, so black just plays here. He could have Atari, but there would be another ko. Like, maybe this is the game of the tournament. Like, so many things happened, I don't even recall all of them. Yes, yes. Rob is saying now black is just ahead. No gimmicks. No way to mess up now. Even though maybe it's possible Lukan doesn't know. Or isn't sure. But he's counting. And look at Lukan's face when... Yeah, he's counting now. I could recognize this face. Wherever. Look at him when they will count the score. He will just nod like... He always does like, yeah, that's what I counted. Yeah, right. Game is over has been used so many times wrong in this tournament. But, I mean, this case, surely there is... So we will get game 5 and round of applause for the guys really making a show for us tonight. Okay, no more points. Is there some trick in a territory somewhere? I don't see. And yeah, we will get to game 5. And let's watch Lukan. Will he nod?
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
And I feel like he's getting into the zone now, so I would be afraid for Mateusz.
Black wins.
Didn't nod. Looks confused. But what a game. So 20-50 in 5 minutes. He did not? Okay, I just didn't see it. Okay, so I guess this means Mateusz is gonna get lasered again. Okay, for... No! Yes. So, big victory for Lukan. I will update the score. And it's 2-2. Mortal Kombat vibes. Like Mortal Kombat 1 in development vibes. Schmeared. I get the impression that Lukas is quite good at this game. The final round. Okay, so actually let's analyze. But no, let's not analyze with AI. Why would we do it? Let's just go through the game one more time to grasp the story. So black plays solid. Then he shows some fighting spirit here, but it leads to no fight. And here Mateusz goes bananas and just sends it. And now for a long time it was very difficult for white to find the timing to come back here. But after a while and some fighting, we get to this situation. So here, Rob is saying, and I think he's right, that this Atari might be wrong. But now that I'm looking at it, what if I just take it? Then I'm just captured. Okay, then. So, and if I play here, and this one, and this one, but somehow the throw-in never is... Atari at 07 is wrong. What, this? Why is this wrong? And why does AI stop? I need... Don't leave me hanging. Come on, AI, tell me what to do. Okay, never mind. I don't know why you mean... Because you can throw in? But now I can... because now he can extend, you mean? Rather like now he cannot extend. This is some masterpiece. All right. But then this, but this, you need this to make it heavy, no? Because if you like, no? Well, I think AI doesn't mind at all actually losing these stones, so it doesn't matter much. I like the point, but I feel like also sometimes this can be like Gotha. So I'm not sure. No need AI, we have. So here, okay, some mess, but Lukan sacrificed. Then starts the attack. And Mateusz just leaves the two groups hanging and is like, okay, well, I'm gonna take points and show me how you kill me. Now here I would be interesting. Come on, show me the moves. So now it's black plus 13 and this is, okay, losing 4 points. So it's not too good. Alright. So then black attacks, but in the end it's just some points, so it's not quite clear. It looks like, according to the graph, like Lukan could have, Mateusz could have died, but maybe this? No. Well, I don't know. The guys are coming back. Then he steals the points again, lives, plays the ko, plays another ko. Wins all of the kos, but somehow not enough, and Lukan wins. Alright, I blame Q10 for the loss. Q10. It looked sus. And it's true that, but actually, did it change much in the game? Anyway, they will do nigiri now, so we have to... They already did. What? Oops, wrong copy pasta. And Lukan is black, so I think that we have everything set up correctly. Yeah, Lukan black, Mateusz white. 1 minute plus 4 seconds. The culmination of the last 4 months. What was happening each Sunday, all of the work of the organizers, money of sponsors, time and energy of the players. This is what it leads to. Ali is cheering for Lukan. Oh. So let's see. So, you want to make as much time as you want to accumulate, but even if you take like 2 seconds per move, you gain just 2 seconds. It's like almost impossible to create any time, like to generate time. Okay, so Lukan, now he's thinking, spending 10 seconds here. Oh, I think Lukan is not so locked in as I originally thought. So I'm not sure. And Mateusz still looking super focused. So Ben... Okay. I would pincer this just to make my life easier. And now Lukan again is pincered the second time and he doesn't want to have running groups. But how do you solve this? Can you play like Japanese style? Counter pincer, 2 space jump? And here is this attachment on top right, and Lukan doesn't play it, and I know he knows it because we spoke about it at a recent tournament, about this attachment, I think. Yeah, but probably good strategic decision to not run with this group and just leave the stone. But so far, it looks like Lukan is the one searching for the moves, and Mateusz is just chilling. He pincered twice. So what? Of course the game is even, but black is the one that has to think. And finally he runs here, so it's like 1, 2, 3 weak groups now. Now if I'm white, I just jump and jump and jump and hope Go does it for me, you know? Like if this game works, then just jumping and dividing should be fine. Yeah, this AI move here I really like. But Mateusz is like, what? You think you are the only one that can have weak groups? And attaches to the strongest black formation. Like Hayashi Kozo says, attacking strong groups is good style because they cannot defend themselves. But here, like, why don't you attack the opponent? So even if white lives, which he will, is it a success? Because black will most probably add a move. But how do you even add a move here? Do you just play this? No, I guess this one? This attachment looks strange. I actually don't know. Or just push and... No, right? Even if black plays first, I don't know how to settle this. I think kicking here for white is quite valuable. But somehow it's working for Mateusz because Lukan made a mistake and didn't hane on the head of the 2 stones according to AI. And now he became not only over-concentrated, but he has a lot of cuts. So if white like breaks through here, it's quite good for Mateusz. And Lukan cuts, he loses patience. What does it mean? Can't white just sacrifice and take the middle? And now we took some not very important stones here? It feels like this to me, and AI agrees. White is ahead. So the sequence turns out to be a masterpiece for Mateusz. It feels so good to hane here. And in the end, it looks like... Wow, but Lukas... What? He sends it. But this is like all in. All in. It feels like you have to come back, so I guess just take. Because here these liberties could be important, so you just take, yes. Mateusz still has almost 1 minute, meaning he played like 4 minutes per move. See, this looks like shape. The Geta was probably not working. And white will sacrifice this group and then start the massive attack on the bottom white C. No, he's not gonna sacrifice, okay? Really? You can do this? I know I cannot cut. Oi, this is getting confusing. But black's corner is very fragile now. And this, you know, this looks like white broke through a black dam. Like the water is flowing through the barrage. And another painful vital point. I mean, white will be closed here also, so it can be some kind of semi-idea. This cut and then you connect is what black has in his arsenal. So this doesn't have so many liberties, but black neither. Whoa, this looks like Tesuji, but Lukan's face says it all. He doesn't believe it too much. Connects. Jumps. AI says 27 for white. Mateusz will for sure find this extension. It's the easiest move to find. Somehow my chat stopped chatting. Sorry, I can see your comments. Mateusz didn't just extend. That surprises me. It looks like it's helping to fix black's shape. I guess he really wants to play this hane for some reason. But if black pushes here, it becomes even. But black missed it. This fight is basically a coin flip by Ben Zero. But the thing is, I think if white dies all, it's still a game because the bottom part of the board. So yeah, but this move is very easy to find. Like, what else do you play? It's a pity that maybe even now, right? Like, Lukan didn't have time. So so black will be killed. Maybe take this liberty. Yeah, Hane can add liberty sometimes, then I guess black will descend here. After, oh, throw in, okay. Nice, Tesuji by Lukan. If white took, black would Atari, right? So maybe he gained some liberty this way, but white doesn't have to answer and can live. But he doesn't know it. Key move to gain liberties. But here we took a common liberty. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. So this is not an eye, but it can add. So apparently white plus 47. Wait, it was an eye? Because of the corner would have died faster. So that was masterpiece. So now it looks like it's a ko. But the corner sucks. Somehow, yeah, this looks like a good Tesuji to fill the liberties here. But, Oof. Technically, it's a ko. So, okay, Lukan lives, but now Mateusz will live. Now what about this group? Can it? Yeah, this is a very... And then white will connect here. And this is two eyes, right? So just this Hane doesn't work. And if black peeps, white extends also doesn't work. So I think white can just connect. And this should be GG and Mateusz winning the title. Now where do you plan as black? Like, okay, so Lukan is going to continue. So sacrificing. I mean, we get some good endgame here, but this is a lot. Well, what can what can black do? Everything is too far. Like, maybe extend here and try to attack this, but it has just 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. It's too little. Yeah. Even Ben says resigning here would be fine. But if you resign, you lose. It's a problem in the game 5. Oh no, and I forgot. Oh. I forgot this. But, well. Anyway. But the board is on fire for, like, black house is burning. He's attacking left, right. Like, Mateusz has just 10 seconds. But even though they play so fast, there haven't been like major blunders, like, captured in Geta or something. I don't believe it will happen now. More fire, what an animation. Like, if more people say the fire was nice, I can edit for a little back, but I think it can be also... I'm not sure exactly by what like people with epilepsy are triggered with. I think this kind of fire can be like... Okay, this clamp. Nice. Maybe like double honey here doesn't work because there is cut and capture. And if you sacrifice the 3 and take this, it's not enough. I think Lukan is thinking of resigning. And yes. So for the last time, please an applause for Mateusz. He wins 3-2. Congratulations. Yeah. So let's play the victorious thing. Hello guys, can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, you can. I want to ask the viewers if you heard them fine or if I should make them louder. So let's just wait a second. Maybe... Well, we can start talking. Maybe they didn't hear, says Ali. So, Mateusz, can you just say something, please?
Something.
Something. Yeah, that was awesome. I think you guys should have heard them, right? Was it loud enough? So the stream is a bit delayed, so we have to wait. Well, barely. It's good, says Zero. Okay, barely. Okay, so I made you... Okay, I made them louder, so tell me again, but I think it will be okay. Alright, so first of all, before we start the interview, I want to say to both of you, thank you for playing this match. It was such an exceptional fight, especially like the game 4, Mateusz, how you greedily take the end game, and then you lived everywhere, and then the cause, you fought like a beast there. Like, awesome match, thank you.
Thank you.
So, maybe let's start with you, Mateusz. How are you feeling after the victory?
Good. Like, I was quite upset after the 4th game. I thought I am ahead, and like, actually, yeah, when I saw it was 3.5 loss, I felt not good. Of course, I didn't count the game during the game.
Uh-huh. So you thought you were ahead after living with everything? When you were playing
Yeah.
the cause, you thought you were favorite?
After winning the last co, I mean the big co, I thought it should be okay for me. But yeah, apparently not.
Yes, because look, on your compensation on the top looked quite small, right? Maybe I can open the game for the viewers. Because you just basically underconnected, but you thought it was enough?
Well, actually, in the game 4, I started to panic at some point because I thought it's totally over, and it was probably totally over at some point. Well, but then like Mateusz started clearing everywhere, which happened. But actually, I counted the game in micro end game, and I found myself still ahead. So I count down. I was like, okay, Lukan, you are 2 or 3 points ahead. You should be fine. So yeah, so actually I knew I'm ahead in game 4, but I was like, yeah, I mean, how Mateusz still made it a game from that position, I couldn't believe that.
Yes, and so all of the games were like very fun to watch, and the game 5. So I'm not sure if you are watching the stream or not.
No.
Maybe you can open it so I can share via the stream. Maybe it's easier than sharing the variations. So let me open the game. All right. So I thought the Fuseki of the game felt good for Mateusz. It looked like, Lukan, you had to like find more moves. Or did you feel okay?
In the game 5, I didn't feel well, like in any moment, I would say, like in general. So, I mean, it just became relatively uncomfortable for me. Also, somehow I played different Joseki in the top right corner than I wanted. But that doesn't matter, of course, but it didn't make me happy, let's say. But yeah, I mean, I didn't feel good like in any stage of the game. So, yeah.
Yes, at this point I thought you were going to attach here the blue move. I think we talked about this move a while back together.
Yeah, I know it exists somehow, but I was not sure. I mean, how this is going to be played out like in the Blitz game. So I played just a normal move, but probably it's the strongest one. I mean, I probably should have done it. So it seems like.
Yeah, because I thought like you don't want to create a weak group on the bottom right, but somehow you created another group, right?
Yeah.
In the side and then
Yeah.
start running. So and
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's way better than this. But you know, actually, I can also tell like what was my how to say. I mean, how I forgot my own how I forgot to play a different Jusek at the top right. Actually, before capturing the stone, I wanted to pincer first, and I forgot to play it at Q12, like at the very beginning.
where? When?
Like at the very beginning, before I captured the stone at N17, I wanted to pincer, and I forgot.
Oh, like now.
No, earlier.
No, long time. Yeah, before this one, I would pincer first. I mean, high. I wanted to pincer high.
I'm not getting
No,
it.
this was okay. Just before. No, I mean just before the capture, before N17, I wanted to pincer on the right side, but that's what I forgot about. Yeah, block this, and now pincer high. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So that's why this happened. And
This one.
Mateusz, I have a question for you. Can you bring us through your logic when you play this K16? How you come up with such a move and why do you play it in this position? It will come up soon to your stream.
This one. I just didn't know how to invade on the top, and I thought I could just try to make Black's shape as ugly as possible. And like I was actually hoping for the L17 in center and later cutting in center, so that Black can get empty triangle M16, M17, and N17.
Yeah, the attachment was good. I was not sure how to face. I mean, of course, like to play from upstairs looks logical, but like white lived relatively, I mean, not comfortably after all, but it didn't seem easy for Black. I felt like.
Yeah.
I thought if I just play some normal move, like for example J17 on the start, then I just need to run away for all the game.
Seems like attachment is good for sure.
And you were not thinking about attacking the bottom two groups of Black at all? Because that's what I would do, for example. I would try to kind of do something there, but you think it's better to leave unclear.
I didn't understand.
On the bottom side of the board, Black has like the one space jump stones and then the other group on the left side. So I thought they are quite weak. So, for example, if I was playing, I would try to attack those in this situation and not invade at all.
I just didn't find a way to attack this lower left group. So I will not be able to, I thought I will not be able to get much from this attack right now, but I didn't know how this fight on the top would go. So I thought just to more or less decide what's going on there and maybe just at the end coming back in the lower right.
Yeah, see guys, that's quite a good technique, not to spoil the edgy ahead, keep it open and you see how you adapt later. That's very important. Yeah, Rob in the chat is saying it's very nice answer. And maybe to wrap this up, I just want to say, actually in the semi-AI, it seems like maybe Lukan had a chance somehow. Where can I show it? Here. Like apparently if you
I saw the jump just like wrong. This. aha, okay, exchanging, but this not very intuitional, right? To exchange this, but it seems to work. But come on, I mean, I would never find this in 4 seconds. Like, no way.
But because it seems like it adds a lot of liberty for white if he plays at 1, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure if
But
I
I mean-
understand AI correctly, but I think this way white is dead, but white is still ahead because he got so sick that now he will like destroy on the bottom.
It's possible.
I would feel upset if this is dead, all this. So this was not my plan to sacrifice it.
Yeah, but I mean, white can continue, right? Like, white can continue.
Yes.
I mean, I couldn't continue when I died. I mean, that was finished on the spot, kind of. I mean, white can try, still, at least. Yeah. But anyway, but this really is all out was not easy. This was not easy. Yeah.
I can play just right away at C13 without
Yeah,
all this
exactly.
exchange.
So it was working for you if you get there first, yeah. Yeah, Lukan here, you attack like crazy. I understand your shape got broken, right? So
I mean, I didn't find anything else again. Yeah. And actually also it was maybe my like almost first game ever, like in this whole tournament, like this year's season, when I had less time than the opponent, which was also not easy to handle.
all right. So thank you for sharing your opinions about the games. So big congratulations to both of you. So Lukan, you were the defending champion from last year. So great that you reached the final. This time Mateusz was better. So big congratulations. It was actually the first time you played this last game, right, Mateusz? Like this 1 minute plus 4 seconds.
Yes.
And was it okay, manageable?
It's crazy for both. So no, I'm not the one. I'm not the only one who was playing with this time setting.
So should we add another game next year? 0 minutes plus 3 seconds?
No, I mean, this is like on the edge, let's say. Like last year we played 1+3, right? Which was already like a bit random. 1+4 is still somehow manageable. Like the quality of the games is not terrible usually. I mean, at least not in my previous matches because I played game 5 in every single match this season. So, and usually the quality was actually not bad. So 1+4 is playable.
All right, so thank you guys. Lukan, if you want to have some last words, you can start first, then we will finish with the winner.
Some last words. Yeah, well, losing the final is, of course, never great, but this year I think I'm happy anyway because reaching the final was already extremely difficult because basically all the top European players play it, and I enjoyed as always, not only as a player but also partly as the organizer, right? So hopefully the tournament will happen next year again, and like all of us from the top field will join again. I don't see a reason why not. So hopefully we all will play again. So thank you, and thanks everybody who are cheering for me.
All right, and Mateusz, your turn. Did you enjoy the tournament, or you can share whatever you want?
Yes, of course. I don't play Blitz games that often, so yeah, I thought, okay, let's try with it. Yeah, but it was very good.
Great, so congratulations again. I will now disconnect from the Discord call. I will just say a few words to the stream at the end. But so that's it for today with you. Thank you very much and hopefully see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I could have let them say bye. Oops. Alright, so that's it. This wraps the first Factorio Speed Go Championship. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't have time to watch the stream, how many we were tonight, if we reached like 200 people or not. I definitely hope so. I must say, it was a little not so easy to organize because we had to coordinate a lot. The players had to find time to play in their schedules. They all try to accommodate. Stash is playing from China. Yeah, I think Ali was playing from some tournament. I'm not sure. So thank you. Also, we had everybody tried to stream, so we managed to also present a different type of players. And the big question is if it continues next year. I have yet to speak with Michal Kovařík. I will write him down the report, how well we did, what should be improved. I think if we would do it again next year, I would like to do 2 changes. One would be that maybe the final would be played live, because they are building a Go club in Prague, and maybe the top 4 could be played there, like at the chess championship, when they play on computer still, but next to each other. But it would mean a bigger budget, of course. And second thing, I think that we had some technical difficulties sometimes when some people were streaming, because the streaming setup is quite difficult. And also, it's quite hard to comment because it goes so fast, you have to read the chat and so on. So next year, if we do it, I would like to split the responsibilities and somehow invent the system where the streamer will just stream, the commentator will just have the board and click, and there will be another person who would be managing the stream remotely. So then it can be more relaxing for everyone. But again, it would need more money to pay 2 people. Yeah, I don't know, is it called host? So I will just try to catch up with the chat. A lot of thank yous. Thank you for writing in the chat, because I know it's not obvious. Yeah, more like the EGC setup. Yeah, exactly. But since everything is remote, I have to think about it. But I think if, for example, I would be streaming and Ben Zero, say, would be just open a demo board, and I would have the demo board open, the only thing we lose is we don't see his mouse moving, right? But for example, on online Go, you can draw with this kind of tools, so we would see that. Or he could it's a little problem since it's remote, everything. I have to read about it. So these are the 2 changes that I would like to introduce. If on your side, as the viewers, you have some ideas, you can reach out to me. I can type my email address here. If you think something should be improved, or if you would be willing to help in a way, then yeah, that's it. And yeah, thanks again to everybody. I don't know if I mentioned Milena enough. She really, and Lukan also was helping me, but Milena really helped us a great deal, and this EGF channel was great, so subscribe. And thank you lastly, but not the least, or how you say, for Michal to allow this to happen. It's very nice that he gave us this money for it, because it was a project. He couldn't be sure if it was going to be good or bad, so he had some kind of trust in us. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Well, I think also because these 4 months it's during winter when there is not so many tournaments, it fills the boring Go year hole quite well. Yeah, thanks to everybody for commenting. It was really the most pleasant streams I ever had. Usually when I stream in Czech, I have 1 message every 20 minutes. So this makes you feel you are a streamer also, so that's nice. Alright, let's wrap it up before I get emotional. Goodbye, guys, and watch the European Professional Championship, and maybe you can consider the for fun betting we will be organizing. Goodbye!